Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone. With all your
got some babies. Got like a little neck and neck. I think this is a showgirl, a black showgirl. He's got like gray and white. Look, he's following the camera. Yes. Yes. And then we have another one over here who's sleeping. It's not dead, by the way. It's just sleeping. There you go. Sleeping, tired. That's the last one that was born. And then we have another one over here that's working on coming out. Oh, he looks like he's gonna help. Oh, thank you for rolling it over for me. As you can see, I use this little flashlight, but don't shine it in their eyes. I just use it so I can look in there to make sure everything's all right. Everything looks okay. I'll let you guess. I'm not shining it in their eyes, by the way. I'm shining it up. As you can see, they're like a full-on black color. He's trying to wake him up. Oh, we woke him up. He's gray. He's gray. You're so cute. Look at you. They started hatching at different times. One hatched while I was asleep. Another one hatched at 8:30 last night. And then another one hatched about probably 9 o'clock or 9:30. And now this one's last to hatch. The one that last hatched is this one. And that was the one that was kind of concerning because all the other ones had like a peephole in it. And he didn't have anything, but he was just wobbling around in his egg whole day. We were kind of scared we might have to help him out, but it's doing pretty good. Oh, he's helping. Hey, don't stick your head too far down in there. You might hurt him. Do that. You might hurt him. We're not sure any names yet. I refer to them all as boys by accident. I think it's just like, you know, nature to say he instead of she, but you know, I'm hoping they're all hens, but you know, you're probably gonna have a rooster. Look at his little toenails. They're so pink. And his neck is too, and his skin. He's got like pink skin. As of the showgirl has got that black neck and black skin. It's still breathing. It just needs some help. Probably. I'll probably end up having to help it be born. But yeah, we gotta let them dry. It was pretty cool watching them hatch. It was something I've never really seen before. But I have it. Look at his white butt and his white little feathers on its wing. Look at ya. Look at ya. You got like gray hair. Oh, you wanna play with my finger? You wanna play with my finger? You scared of my finger? This one's definitely like a showgirl because it's more tinier. Gotta let them all dry off. Gotta let y'all dry off. You and your little white butt. You got a little white butt. Now come on now. You come on up. You wake up and come out. Alright, I'll film once some more progress happens with this egg. Hey, all four. Alright, y'all. So, the one that was just born has hair on its neck, so I think it might be a silky, maybe like a buff silky or something. But I don't know if you guys can see. I don't really want to shine a light in there because I don't want to, you know, hurt their eyes. But what I do whenever I look in there with the light, I kind of hold my finger over the light but shine just a little bit so I can see. But when I'm looking, he or she's having a hard time walking. I don't know if you can see. And that's called curled toes, and you fix that with like a band-aid. So once she dries off, I'll probably have to help her get feet like them, you know. They got like 16 feet, 16 toes, I mean. I'm just kidding, they got like 6. But she has the same amount, but they're kind of curled in. That's why she's having a hard time walking. She has hair on her neck, so probably a silky. And she has yellow hair, but it could be yellow because of the yolk. So she could have like gray hair or like a whitish color. So she can't just be a buff. But all the other ones are doing fine. She's doing fine too. She just needs help with their feet. I don't know if you can see them all in there. It's kind of hard to see them because they're in the incubator. But I don't know what time we got to take them out. Probably take the 2 that were born last night out at like, I think this one might be a partridge, y'all. And that makes me excited. I think it might be a partridge. It's like brownish looking. He might be a partridge too. I just thought about that. Could be a partridge. I'm barely shining any light. Look. That's what I'm doing. Barely shining any kind of light. But yeah, probably had to help him with some band-aids on their feet. But I'll tell you. Just her. So it is very stressful waiting for the chicks to hatch. Like I said, they have to make like a whole zip around. I was scared that the one that was last born, that I may have to help its feet, you know, with the band-aids. I'll talk about that. It's called like curly toe syndrome in chicks. But I was scared that that one wasn't going to get out and, you know, was going to die. But I didn't help it at all. It finally just decided to start pecking at its shell and actually doing something. So don't get discouraged when you're hatching eggs and it looks like the chick's not doing anything. But if it does have a hole, kind of shine a little bit of a light in there. Not too much. You don't want to hurt it by blinding it. Like what I was doing, I was putting my finger over the light, making just a little bit. And it was helping me to see that it was still breathing. Like I could see its chest going up and down, or the egg will move. So it was very, very like a nervous, you know, it was a nervous time just sitting there watching it, not knowing if it was going to live or not. But finally, it took a couple minutes, like 30 to 40 minutes or an hour or 2 hours before it finally came out. So like what I'm trying to explain is, don't get discouraged and feel like you have to reach in there and help it. Now, there's some cases where it may get stuck and you know it's not going to progress anymore because you can just tell that it's having a hard time. That's when you get like tweezers that are very sterilized and a Q-tip with water and just kind of peel back the egg just a little bit. But that's a whole nother like video for people. You may have to go look that up because I'm not a professional and I don't know how to do that. But if your chick is in that kind of situation, then just watch some YouTube videos of other people who have had chicks be born. Alright, y'all, it's the next day since all of them have been born. All of them are dried off. They actually were all dried off by sometime last night. Put them in this little brooder last night really late. I had to wait till the very last one, my little Silky, got fully dry, but I'm going to show you the little setup. I didn't end up sticking them in the metal trough. I'm going to wait till they're a little bit older, but I'll show you my setup. So I have a little red light. I have this little thing that we've had for a long time I use with my other chicks. It's just to help them. Well, it's mostly to help Marley not get inside of the little brooder, but it's also... Okay, so here they are, just chilling out. There's my little Silky right there. And here's my little showgirl, gray Silky. I think it might be called a lavender, but he or she is more gray looking. This is a little bottle cap. This is a little bottle cap that I put in the incubator. I'll have to probably do the same for... another eggs I'm going to be hatching, which I'll talk about here in a minute. Here is their water. I put a little bit of marbles and a little bit of rocks. It has worked. That way they don't drown or anything like that. But yes, here's the first one that was born, the little black showgirl. She's drinking water. Here she is. This is the second one. I think this might be a rooster. I don't know. But it has like a little bit of an attitude, but it's really cute and it's really friendly. This is Wiggle, the one with the egg on the Instagram that kept moving back and forth. I'm going to call him Wiggle for right now until I decide a permanent name. And then this is a little Silky that has hair on its neck. And I'm not sure what she may be, her color. She could be a partridge or a paint. I'm not really sure, but she's like kind of gray and white. So I think she might be a paint or a partridge. But yeah. Here they are, happy and healthy. All of them made it through the night, which was very concerning for me because I was kind of scared that the black one right here, the black showgirl, I thought that there might have been something wrong. Oh, you don't want to do that. I thought maybe there might have been... Was that noise? You just took a boo-boo? Also, make sure if they do take poo-poos that you look at their butts, make sure they're not getting pasty butt. It's very important. But here's what they look like. Keep in mind that I'm about to clean their water and give them fresh food. So here they are. Like I said, they're already getting into the destructive water stage where they're getting shavings in their water. My other chickens did that too when they were babies. They got a lot of shavings into their water. But I started my other ones off on newspaper, which was one thing I want to talk to you guys about. Start them off on shavings. They stopped eating the shavings already at such a young age, which is good to teach them now, so that way when they're older, they don't try to eat the shavings when you stick them in there brand new. So they've pretty much already learned that shavings are not food. Isn't that right? I don't know if you know, but this is the one that I thought I was going to have to put Band-Aids on her feet. I didn't end up having to do that. It actually, somebody called it incubator feet. Sometimes that just happens, and after a couple of hours, their feet will go normal. But if it's still like that after like a day or two, you may need to put the Band-Aids on the feet. But she is perfectly fine, and she walks around perfectly normal. Oh, what? You want to look at the camera? And in the last clip, it kind of cut me off before they started to poop. I said I was scared about the black one. The reason why is because it kept sleeping all the time. And I was like, uh-oh, something's wrong with it. It must be sick or something. But I think it just needed to eat and have a good rest and drink plenty of water. Because now he is acting perfectly fine, he or she. I know I'm referring to them as a boy or a girl. I don't even know if they're a rooster or a hen. You know, that takes time to know that. But what I have noticed is this one... well, he won't let me grab them right now. But you can kind of see the little feathers at the back are starting to curl, kind of. I think it might be a showgirl frizzle. But like I said, pretty soon in the future, everything's going to change. They're going to be different looking and all that. So I'm not really supposed to like base off what I think they're going to be right now. Because when they get older, they're going to look completely different. I always keep a thermostat little thing inside of the cage. Just so that way I know like the temperature and stuff. This one looks like it's about to try to fly out. Does anybody else think? Oh my god. You are a rooster. Freaking Henry used to do that. Henry used to try to jump at the top to fly. Already you're doing that? You're only a week old. Calm down. Don't grow so quickly. I don't want you guys to grow up so fast. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that, you booger. I don't want you to grow up so fast. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a more detailed shot of each one of them. And I also have to check for pasty butt again. I check them like 2 to 3 times a day. I know I'm just like very scared that they're going to get pasty butt and I'm not going to notice. And what you do, I got kind of scared that this one was getting pasty butt. What you do is you get a wet Q-tip like with a little bit of warm water and just rub it on their butt and get all the little poop off, and then you take a dry Q-tip and rub it again really softly, and that just helps to get rid of all the poop on its butt. Basically what it's caused by is just runny poop. This is the one I think is a rooster, by the way. Beep, 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 beep. By the way, I called them a naked neck whenever they were born in the incubator. I think they're all showgirls because they have black skin. But the other one kind of has like pinker skin, so I'm not really sure. Like I said, time will tell. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of more of a detailed look. If you want more of a detailed look, just head on over to my Instagram because I took pictures of them. So let's go ahead and start off. I was like, oh my god, it's all gray. This one's it. It has a little boof on its head. To me, it kind of looks like a Polish baby chick. Like I said, she had Polishes in her chick breeds. I don't know, but I think it is a showgirl, gray showgirl, showboy. Showgirl. And all of them, I'm being very gentle, don't you worry. All of them have silky feet with the 5 toes except for one, and I'll show you. It's called like polynumerous when they have more than 5 toes. This is the gray one. Now it does have a white belly. And they freak out. They act like you're hurting them, but you're not. And it also has a white butt. I just showed its butt on camera. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All right, next one, I also want to say that you should be handling your chicks like every day at least. Now, when they're first born kind of thing, maybe not handle them too much because people say, oh, you'll make them wormy. Not really. Just wash your hands before and after you handle them. Let's show you the next chick. This is the full black showgirl. This is the one me and my sister called Doc because he helped all the other ones out of their egg. You'll see him in the clip. But he has 5 toes as well, so he's not the polynumerous. He's freaking out. I'm gonna check for pasty butt here in a second. But it is a showgirl with a black neck. I'm very scared they're gonna poop on me because they calm down. See, you gotta handle them to get them used to you. But I'm very scared he's gonna poop on me because one of the other ones did and it like went everywhere. TMI, but that's what happened. One that I refer to as a rooster just because of the attitude. He is so cute. He also has a little bit of pink in his neck. That's why I thought he was like a naked neck, like a full breed naked neck. But I think it's a show girl. It just has a little bit of like a pink neck. He is actually the one that has, a little crazy, he is actually the one that has 6 toes. If you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here's the 6. They're like connected. I'm being very gentle. Don't you guys worry. I know it looks like someone's hurting them because they make a noise, but gripping onto them is like what you would grip onto like a little piece of paper. Don't squeeze too hard, because like people will squeeze their chicks way too hard, and then I just lightly pick them up. Just get them used to you just holding them and stuff, being like, it's okay, it's okay. I may peck you, but this is my little, what I think is a rooster showgirl. So the last but not least is my little Silky. I think it's going to be a partridge because I looked at partridge baby chicks, and this is exactly what it looks like. She's making me nervous to hold her. She's the one that poo-poo went everywhere, so she tends to do that, but she loves to fall asleep in your hand. And I don't know if you guys can see, but her temperament's a lot different. Like cuddly and just wants to chill out with you. And she also just has 5 toes, and I'm gonna check her for pasty butt and put them back and then talk to you guys a little bit more. You guys can see they're growing. Since last time you guys seen them, I feel like they've grown like 2 inches already, and it's only been like 2 or 3 days. So now I have to clean out their water. I still keep marbles in it, but like less than what I did before. I think you guys can see, but they're very interested in my fingers. I need to give them like fresh feed. They're on starter feed right now, while my other chickens are moving on to layer pellets. So yeah, that don't tell you something. And then I'm going to talk to you guys in just a second about my other eggs, but I gotta give them some fresh water. Y'all want fresh water? Y'all are so cute. Also, about the heat light, make sure you're keeping a temperature at the first week 95 degrees, the second week 90, the third week 85, in the 4th week 75. And it says no add 5 degrees for turkeys. Turkeys stay a little bit colder, so at the first week would be like 100, the second will be 95, and the third will be 90 for turkeys. But for chickens, you guys can look at the Pride, Producer's Pride, what it tells you to do. And I've stick by this temperature on the thermostat for my other baby chicks, and it's worked perfectly. They kind of know that if they do get kind of more hot over here, they'll move over here and lay down. You'll notice that if they are too cold, they'll huddle up to each other. You don't want that, like I said before, because it does cause them to smother each other. But they have learned that if they do get too hot underneath the light on this side, they'll move over here to cool down. That's why you put it on one side and leave the other side without anything. You also want to make sure that you keep their water out from underneath the light. That way it doesn't heat up their water. I still keep the little metal thing on top, just so that way they don't jump out, or Marley gets into them. But they're not going to jump out anytime soon. But I don't know. You being a little risky booger, aren't you? And what I do is I put them in a box, okay? No harming them. Stick them underneath the light. They're just going to have to go without water and food for like 10 minutes at max, okay? And what I'm going to do is empty all the shavings out, get it all cleaned out, put fresh shavings in it, fresh food, and fresh water. And it's actually, and you see these little big sticks? This is what makes me mad about this company putting these big sticks, because I don't want my chicks getting that in their throat or choking. So I just like dig through to get all those little pieces out that I see. Even like this, like, I don't want them eating that. So just go through and kind of check your shavings, because sometimes they leave big chunks in it. So here they are, getting fresh water. Tomorrow I'm going to give them some fresh feed. I would go outside right now and get some, but it's raining, so they're going to have to wait till in the morning. Alright, I'm now going to give you an update on some other eggs. I do have other eggs in an incubator, and they're actually turning right now. There's actually only 17 days left, so I put them in as soon as I put these chicks inside of the brooder. I started these eggs up. My great uncle brought them to me. They're supposed to be buff Orpington chicks. The reason I got them and I'm putting them in my incubator is so that Henry will have a friend, because probably not all of them will be fertile, he said. So I'm going to candle them on Wednesday to see if any of them are fertile. I'll give you an update later on in some next videos coming up about them, or update you on my Instagram. So yeah, I do have more eggs in my incubator. Alright, y'all, so it's been about maybe a week later, 2 weeks later since the last ones. I want to give a little bit more of an update because it took me so long to get this video out. It's literally almost been 21 days since they were born, so it took me a long to get these videos together. But you can see they've gotten so much bigger. Oh my gosh, oh my graces, they're so big. I moved them to the big trough. They still have a heat light that's pointed towards over there. They still eat out of a little trough, which they will for a very long time. We made them a homemade perch that is like really, really short to the ground. I'll try to show you. It's really short. Oh, she didn't like that too much. It's really short to the ground. But yes, they're doing wonderful. They're doing great. All of them look so cute. They love to be held now. I'll show you. I go tweet, 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 tweet. Tweet, 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 tweet. And here's who I'm calling Clarabelle. I just got the name yesterday because I liked it. Can't really see her. It's really dark. I'm filming this late at night. But she's gotten so much bigger. He or she. Silky. Full silky. The other ones are just as sweet. I'll show you. Literally, look. This is what happens when you handle your chicks a lot. They begin to love you and not freak out when you pick them up. Now, the gray one is a little bit more skittish, but still lets you pick it up and stays calm. But if you handle your chicks a lot, as long as you're washing your hands, they'll let you hold them. Look, little showgirl with the neck and neck. And then last but not least, I'll show you this one. This one has very curly hair. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm thinking this might be a frizzle showgirl or something with the curliness. But yes, look how curly those feathers have gotten. Beautiful. These are just beautiful chicks. I'm telling you guys, they're so cute. So this is going to be a little bit of an update segment of this video. So if you're not into updates, then thank you guys so much for watching. But also, you should probably stick ahead because there's a lot that's going into this update. So I want to go pretty quick because I don't want to let you guys like sit here and have like a 30-minute video to watch. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, yes, I did dye my hair. I got rid of all that yellow. Now it's one full color and I have the same color as my eyebrows. And yeah, I have mascara all in my eyes because I'm about to go to bed and I have not took my makeup off. So I want to give you guys a quick update. So Henry, my big rooster that I told you guys was aggressive, is getting rehomed to my great uncle. The same person who gave me the eggs to hatch in the incubator that are in there right now. Not the ones who gave me the silkies. I ordered that online. The ones that are in the incubator that have only 3 days left that I mentioned, he gave me those, which are supposed to be buff comets. I'm going to be talking pretty quick. So he gave me those. I decided, okay, yes, I'll hatch them out and maybe I can put them in there with Henry. Well, he decided that I was wanting to get rid of Henry because Henry has become very aggressive. He grabbed a hold of my mom's skin one day. He pecked my dad. He's very, very aggressive. You even go close to the cage, he freaks out. He doesn't want you near him. And he will literally sit there and sounds like a chicken is growling at you. I don't know what it is, what happened, but he decided just in a split second at nighttime just to like flip a switch and become aggressive. So he's getting rehomed to my great uncle. Now, we can always go visit him and anytime we want to. He's also getting put in with a flock of hens. So he's going to like a vacation and he's going to have a bunch of ladies. So that's what he's going to go do. He's actually going on vacation per se. Yes, we have him a wonderful home here, but he's also going to go get friends and have ladies and all this kind of things. So I don't want you guys to think that he's going to a terrible home. So then the chicks are going to be hatched out and given to him as well. I was going to keep them, but I decided I don't want to have what you say regular chickens. What I mean by that is I kind of want to keep my flock small and just stick with silky showgirls and frizzles and all the little silky breeds, bantam size with the little furs and stuff. That's what I want to have as my chickens. I don't want to have any regular chickens like Comets or Rhode Island Reds or, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I know they lay your eggs, but Silkies lay eggs too, just not as many. So as far as Odie and Dolly go, they're perfectly fine. They're perfectly healthy. I know I haven't filmed them in a long time. It's also been like raining like crazy and I've been busy because we're buying a house. So there's just a lot that's been going on. The reason I haven't posted this video because my chicks have been born like 21 days ago and I haven't posted this video. And now it's just seeming like they were just born when this is a long time ago. So I'm so sorry for that. I'm going to try to get back onto the track of filming a video once a week, hopefully. But there's just a lot going on right now, and I just haven't felt like filming a video. But as soon as I have the time, I will start filming videos outside. You may not see Henry again just because I don't want to show his temperament on camera, and I just don't want to deal with him. But you will probably see me... But you will probably see Odie and Dolly in a couple more videos coming up. But as far as they go, where's these chicks going to go whenever they get bigger, the ones that I have? that are in the trough now, my little silky showgirls. Whenever they grow up, they're probably going to either get put into there with them. They got to get like 2 months old, 3 months old, a lot bigger, because my chickens outside, Odie and Dolly, are almost full size, what they're going to get, like bam size. So I don't want to put something so little like this out there with the big chicken who will pick on them. So they got to get bigger. Once they get bigger, maybe I'll decide to put them in there with them. Now, if that does not work out, what will happen is Odie will not get put into the cage where Henry was whenever he gets given away. He's not going to get put in there by himself. What will happen is Dolly and Odie will stay together because they're a pack. They're boyfriend and girlfriends. Can't separate them. It's just not nice and it's not sweet to do. We had to do that with Henry because he was picking on Dolly and causing a lot of just wasn't good. Out with those chicks going in there with them, then Odie and Dolly will be put into Henry's cage and the new chicks will be put into there. Now, later on down the line, when they start laying eggs and, they get fertilized and stuff, am I going to decide to hatch out eggs? Maybe, because I have an incubator. Or, Silkies are broody. They'll sit on eggs. So, yeah, later on, I will have more chicks whenever they decide to hatch eggs. But for right now, once these are born, I think I'm done with having chicks for a good, at least a year. But my uncle wants me to hatch a few more eggs for him, I think. So whenever I give him his chicks and Henry, I think he's going to bring me a whole nother set of eggs to hatch for him. The chicks won't go to me, but I'll raise them for a week or two and then give them to him, because you shouldn't give those chicks away when they're first born, because that causes them to not succeed. So, yes, there's just a lot going on. We're buying a house. We're rehoming Henry. We are giving those chicks that are in the incubator away, the eggs. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys that there's 6 out of 7 in that incubator fertilized. So, I don't know how many are going to hatch, but I may film that birth when they're born, even though I'm not going to keep them. That'd be sad to look back on chicks that I gave away, but I'll film that just so you guys can see the whole process, even though you saw the whole process with these. But I may film that or I may not. I may do a video showing you what they look like, because they're going to be buff Comets or buff Orpingtons, something in that nature. So, yes, there's just a lot going on, like I said. Also, when I said I'm buying a house, we're still living on this property, but we're building a modular home. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Basically, where it's not a stick-built home where they bring all the supplies onto your land and build it. It's where they build it underneath a covered area, so that way they build the home together. It doesn't get rained on and stuff. It's not a mobile home. Don't get it confused with that. It's not a trailer or a double wide, even though there's nothing wrong with trailers and double wides. I think trailers and double wides are sometimes better than houses, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. But what I'm saying is, it's not that. It's like a little bit different. I'll have to do a whole video talking about that, but it's going to be about a year until it gets moved up here, because it takes them that long to build it. So around February or January of next year, we'll be moved into it, but I'm going to film the whole process during the summertime, because they're going to start grading the land, putting a well and a septic in. They're going to be doing a whole lot of crap that I thought would be cool to film on camera so you guys can see it, and also I have something to look back on. So there's just a lot going on, and I'm sorry I haven't been filming a video lately, but I'm perfectly fine. My chickens are perfectly fine. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to film a video sometime soon, and I'll see you guys next time on Abby's Scoop.